Greetings, this is your girl Isis Wisdom, and I'm glad to share with you my world premiere of what's taking place all over the world. This is a series of different videos, a collection of different videos that I have collected around the internet, and also even getting some people's very interesting opinions about what they think is going on as well. Okay? So I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoy yourself as much as I really enjoyed these clips. Peace.
Not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid.
And then just moments ago, we had another congressman, Gonzalez, also saying he's talked with people who are believing, and there will be verification, that there's some kind of ship off the coast of the East Coast, an Iranian ship that left port. They've tracked it. They know the time it would have arrived, and that it was carrying a lot of drones that appeared in our skies about the same time. These are people coming from different sectors now.
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
They've been incredibly stupid and incredibly weak with this. Here's the point. We know they're not backyard drones that some hobbyist is using because they're much more sophisticated than that. We know that they're not a commercial company within the United States because we don't even have this level of sophistication yet. The government claims it's not them. They say it's not them. So who is it? Well, I had credible individuals who have high security ratings, and they came to me. And again, these are dependable, credible individuals that have security clearance that felt that they wanted to clear the air. And again, understand these drones are sophisticated systems, ones that we don't have, that we don't normally see, and we need some real substantive answers. This has been going on for almost 1 month.
Vật thể vai không xác định. Motherfucker.
So the drones are coming from the inside of the ocean.
After seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat, and then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
I see one right here.
Did I see the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before.
Wow.
In more than a month since these reports started, the federal government...
I'm sure everyone's heard about the drones flying over New Jersey and New York, but did you hear the details about it? One, these things are the size of cars or small SUVs. Two, as they fly over the top of houses and other cars, the clocks change time. I have a couple of friends in New Jersey, as these things flew over their house, their microwaves, their stoves, they all changed time. And the cars, as they drive over the top of the cars, they're changing time. Now here's the other crazy part. I saw another video where this person attempted to fly a drone of their own up towards these drones to get a better look at it. But as soon as they tried to take the drone and launch it, the batteries went from 100% charged to 100% dead. Like that. Somebody actually managed to get a drone up in the air, and as it got close, the battery just died and fell out of the sky. I've also seen a F-150, a video of an F-150 jet chasing one of these things, and this thing took off on that jet and disappeared at speeds that made it look like the jet was sitting still.
Wild looking crap in the sky.
Los Angeles right now.
Holy piss. Hold on. I'm gonna put my hat on backwards.
This is not drones, people.
Focus. Look at this. What the hell is going on here?
Wow.
Oh, please be picking this up. This is
Holy
nuts.
shit.
Look at that. Kind of wish my neighbor was here right now. He comes out and watches for UFOs, but
Tonight's the night.
Okay, so I'm out, and we're driving along the road, and there's these giant drones. Like, look, you can kind of see a line of them right there. Look at them. They're everywhere.
That one just turned. That one's
literally, there are like hundreds of them out here.
They're going slow as fuck. They're either hovering or moving real slow.
What the fuck?
I don't know. They came for the sky. Right?
What people don't know is that Hudson County, New Jersey, northern New Jersey, is the #1 place in the country where they have the most UFO sightings.
Really? Northern New Jersey?
Look it up, Jamie, if you get a minute, please, not to be rude.
But isn't that like near a couple airports?
No, it's closer to, like, you know, like when you live in New York City and you look at the Hudson River, they say that people go on their balcony, they're drinking coffee, they're talking on the phone, and they'll see a little flying saucer go by.
Really?
And I know for a fact that in 1976...
Little one?
Whatever the fuck they are. I know for a fact that in 1975 and 1976, you could check me out on this, a UFO landed in Hudson County Park. I was a kid, and the next day the feds locked off the park. They had yellow tape, they had samples. Go look it up, dog. There's a UFO. You see that's called, North Bergen is where I'm from. That's called, I forget what it's called, but it's a circular building. So they did so much coke in there in the 80s, they called it the Grinder. That's what they called it, because it was shaped like the Stonehenge. The Stonehenge. I have a couple of friends that lived there. People that lived in that building have seen UFOs for fucking years. And if you go to YouTube, there's an actual North Hudson Park UFO. Wow. They dug up, they came out, there's a liquor store. And the liquor store guy says he's seen the lights. You heard like the organ music that they play. They landed, a couple Martians got out and took samples and got back in the thing and took off. There's a YouTube thing, there's a History Channel special about it, and I still remember being a young kid.
Did you find anything, Jamie?
That was what's popping up, all that stuff about that building and.
Oh yeah, no.
Is there anything that says a UFO landed?
That's the story I'm reading right now. Is what he's saying. Yeah.
And witnesses, it's not just one guy that says I know UFO. It's people who got knocked on the door and said, "Did you see anything at 11, 10 at night?" And they said, "You know what? There were lights flashing outside." They contacted police departments to see if there was any. They went full. Then the FBI came in, circled the park. It was by the Little League field in Hudson County. But it is, like you'd think it was Area 51. You'd think it was close to northern Las Vegas. The #1 place to see UFOs is northern New Jersey. They even made a reference to it in The Sopranos. When he said something, he goes, what are you talking about? Last week you said you seen a UFO in Hackensack. Because that's where they're at. Hackensack, Moonachie. Right. All those. You go to Moonachie, New Jersey, a lot of ugly people. A lot of people with big heads. The only good thing in Moonachie, New Jersey is fucking Segovia, Spanish restaurant. It's been there since 19 fucking Schlemensky. I don't know.
Someone called the cops on these lights. See, even the police, they're going crazy. These aliens are attacking. The chase. Oh my god, now cars they're starting to notice. Here comes another. Oh, fire truck.
What the fuck is this? In the middle, move. Look at all this shit. I know that's more than that was just there. And it's like it just appeared.
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct? That's right. It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They are not being detected.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing.
They know that they can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal. They know that they can't see them when they turn their lights out. They also indicated that they don't know where they come from. They don't know where they go to.
One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times.
Some of the FBI agents that have been assigned to look into this have reported drones flying over their homes.
It's right here over Picatinny. There was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone. Warning on my screen, lost control, and my drone started going down dead.
These are fully charged batteries. It's 2 batteries that have died within seconds, and the drone went up and, like a couple feet off the table, and then came right back down.
Okay, you see it? You see how it goes? See how it goes? And then it becomes a spacecraft or aircraft or whatever you want to call it.
What the fuck is that, bro? Did it just get smaller? Bro, what?
Above the ocean, and it was low, very low, but so bright and so clear, and it was huge. Like when you...
I'm concerned. I issued a letter to ask for more information, and I think there should be a lot more transparency about that.
Can you make that make more sense? Because I think people in New York and New Jersey see drones the size of an SUV over their house every night and think that that doesn't make any sense.
I understand why people would be looking at this and being concerned about it. We're concerned about it too, which is why we have the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. My goodness, looking at this, and we're taking it seriously. We
Peace to all the under divine primordial deities.
Now I am going to skip the introduction and get straight into it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Now these starships are being disguised as drones. And I believe this is to just keep the people calm so that they don't enact chaos. The FBI stated that they absolutely have no idea with what's going on right now. They are now saying that there is a mothership that is on the Atlantic coast. This is where these starships are coming from, the ocean. Now, if you know that the ocean is deep space. And this is how a lot of star families and different type of beings travel in and out of the waters. This is how they also travel in and out of different dome worlds. They use the waters. Now, what I find interesting is this has been going on for almost about a month, and nobody have decided to shoot down one of those so-called drones. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they know what type of technology they are dealing with, and they know that this is beyond them. Said on my spirit the other day was, the Star families is not going to be the first to initiate this war. They're gonna wait on America to strike first. And the moment they shoot down one of these so-called drones, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is going to be game over. They're gonna open up a can of hell. Now let me share with you guys a theory and what I think we are dealing with at this time. Now, I have done seeing videos of these so-called drones. But if you know, you know. They look like orbs, like souls. And they are also resembling the Ezekiel wheels, which is the wheels within wheels of God. Those are your chakras. It's you. And when we fell into this material world, keep in mind the physical plane is the lowest plane to exist on. Your soul couldn't function on this lower plane, so it went to the subterranean world for you to be able to deal with the karma and raise yourself up to a certain vibratorial rate for your soul to enter back in through the black dot. Follow me. They are saying that these starships are coming from the ocean, the subterranean world, but they're not actually specifying anything. They just coming from the ocean. Now, H.P. Lovecraft, that talks about the story of Cthulhu and the Ancient Ones. Cthulhu is another name for the Great Mother, and those tentacles represents locks. Now, in the last days, it's stated that the Ancient Ones will return through the black dot. Follow me. In the story of Cthulhu and the Ancient Ones, they stated that in the last days, that the Ancient Ones will return through the stars when the stars are right. The stars are you, melanated ones. And that is talking about your black dot, which is the gateway. That is your melanin. That is your soul. Only way the Ancient Ones can return through you is you have to have a soul, which is the black sun, the black dot. Could this be our higher selves returning for the subterranean world? Because that's exactly what they're looking like. They're looking like souls and the Ezekiel wheels. Merkabahs. Now, what if this is not the returning of the star families, but indeed the returning of us? Follow me. Could this be the returning of our higher selves? And the reason why they're all over the globe is because they're looking for themselves, trying to see who Black Dot, which is the black sun, which is the gateway, that's open to enter back in. Now, y'all remember Simeon Toko? He said in the future that it will be many more like me that will come, and you will not be able to stop them. He was talking about the returning of the gods that was going to return, and not nan government official, president, elite is going to be able to stop it. Could this be that moment that is going to change everything? Could this be the beginning of the end? And could this be very much the returning of the Messiahs, which is us? Now, the only way that your higher self can return, okay, which is the ancient one, is we have to be right. We are the most conscious and woke than we have ever been. Our vibratorial rate have increased tremendously. We are spiritually ready. And what other better time for this to happen than now, for the returning of the gods? We are right, and this is all divine. We are ripe, which means we are righteous. We are back connected to our roots, and we all know exactly who we are now. So what other better time than now? See, the soul needed you to put in the work here on the earthly plane, to raise your vibratorial rate and to increase in your frequencies so that the soul can enter back in and take control. The soul couldn't function when you were operating at a low vibratorial rate. That's why obtaining supreme wisdom was key for you to become the ascended master and raise your vibratorial rate so that your higher self can enter back in. And see, when it comes to the second coming of the Messiahs, this is not something that they can predict on how it's going to unravel. It's just going to unravel. And I believe this could be that. This is going to be out of their hands. It's not going to be something they're going to be able to control. That is exactly what's happening right now. They can't control what's happening. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are trying to run off and go into their little bunkers and hide out because they know something is finna get ready to unravel. And they are not prepared.
So the amount of updates on this drone situation is ridiculous. It's even hard to follow, but I did it. I'm going to do a video and I'm going to let you guys up to speed on everything that is going on in relation to these drones or UFOs, whatever these things are. So we got videos of people who have supposedly communicated with them. You heard it right. There are people coming out on TikTok saying that they are hovering above their homes and they are telepathically communicating with these things, and they have video proof of it. It's quite wild.
And I have photos and videos, and at first I thought it was like a floating star, a planet that you could see, but then I realized it was very low to the ground.
There's also videos of people catching these interferences on radio signals. There's also a bunch of new videos when it comes to recording these bizarre drones that appear to be morphing into planes.
See, even the police, they're going crazy.
The thing is, there's a bunch of people tracking these things up to the Atlantic Ocean, so the question is, where are they coming from? Are they actually human or not? And there's a bunch of theories. Is this a fake alien invasion? Is this a real invasion? Or are these aliens who live in the ocean who are getting the heck out of here because something big is about to happen? There's a bunch of theories going on. We're going to be taking a look into that. But let's start with the basic. So it all starts at the Manchester airport back in November 25th. A video was posted by supposed Captain Bigelow. It shows us a video and a picture of supposed drone that landed at the airport. The event happened back in June but was only posted in December 25th or 27th. Then it was deleted. After that, a bunch of sightings started happening, and most of these sightings were, well, they looked like advanced tech. It didn't look like these drones that we're seeing now.
What the Babe. Is that a saucer?
Baby, I'm recording it all.
There's no way that's a...
And then the outlets started talking about this massively, and then we started seeing these drone-sized planes or choppers. And they seem to morph into something else sometimes.
No way that you're making. No way.
That's not a plane.
This video was posted by Iceman Fox 1 on TikTok, and checking his account, I saw some videos that suggest that he's a computer artist. If this is fake, it kind of resembles what a lot of people are saying that they're seeing in the sky. An object that initially looks like a plane, but then morphs into something else. So what's being said by a lot of people is that these objects, they look like planes, they look like choppers, but they are way smaller. The configuration of the lights blinking and all that, very different from airplanes and choppers. So there's something really weird about it. And there's loads of people reporting that they actually make a very similar sound to drones. You can hear the sound. I'm gonna play it again. You can see that that's obviously not a plane. But you can hear what sounds like a drone, rotor, and all that. So because there were loads of videos popping up all over New Jersey and other places of these mysterious objects that sound like drones, they look like planes, people were confused.
Oh my god!
And so this is when officials and experts started saying that these are actually drones, man-made drones, made by possibly some other country. And this is where we're at right now with this situation. So this is a really interesting thread coming from PDB on Twitter, and he goes down this rabbit hole. So it started with Mayor of New Jersey met with Homeland and has no answers. They don't know what it is. He explains that they had a meeting. All they know is that they are not dangerous, but they don't know where they come from and what they are. So then they again admit they don't know what's happening. And then a congressman reports that 50 of these drones were emerging from the ocean, including a vessel leading 12 to 30 drones. Wait a minute, I think there's this video over here of this woman, /wife85. This was posted 1 week ago. This was captured in Orange County, California.
Someone called the cops on these lights.
They're going into the ocean, is that it?
See, even the police, they're going crazy.
Wow, I saw that. Wow, again, a splash. You can actually see the splash. You're kidding me. Wow, they're all going into the ocean. Now, this was posted a week ago, right? 7 days ago, let's just put it like that. And this was in Orange County, California. And then we have this video coming from La Changuis 1 or Delia 6 days ago in Islas Mujeres, if I'm not mistaken, in Mexico, in the Caribbean Sea. Take a look at this. This is crazy. Look at that. I mean, like, the guy in the boat is not even paying attention. There's a USO or UFO just behind them inside the water, and they actually captured it on camera. This is quite a good. Out. I think it's the same color. Look at that.
Going crazy.
Oh my gosh. It is the same color. Look at that. It's a light blue hue, and this is basically the same color. Yeah, I would say that this is not these are not divers. They're in the middle of the ocean. They're going fast. There are no boats surrounding this. These are no divers. Let's just check this out. Let's see on Google Maps. Let's go over to Google Maps. So we have California, Orange County, California. This is it, okay. So this is where she saw the drones entering the ocean. And then we got Islas Mujeres. Okay. Huh. Wait a minute. Let me check this out. This was posted by a think tank, likely where the mystery drones are originating from. People are tracking these planes that are tracking the drones into the Atlantic Ocean. So wait a minute, this is a perfect triangle. So we got them in the Atlantic Ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, and the Caribbean Ocean. So this is a perfect triangle. They're triangulating the US, even though we do have videos of these things coming in from Argentina, Brazil, and other countries. This was supposedly in Cordoba, Argentina on December 6th. And this other video was recorded sometime this year in Brazil. So these are the spots where they're coming from in the ocean. Let's check for nuclear power plants. We got a few of them here in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of them actually. And then we got one in Los Angeles, I think it was shut down. And then we don't have any of them here in Cancun. This is interesting. Okay, so I don't think it has anything to do with power plants. So let's continue here on PDB's Twitter post. This guy's saying that they're coming from the Atlantic Ocean. Apparently they're coming from the Pacific Ocean too. And I guess they don't know this yet, but they will. And there's this also very interesting video of a guy who tried to zoom in on them.
I try to zoom in with my camera all the way up to the drone. This is what I get. It has a round, like, shield around it. Nuts. Well, right, that's zoomed in, 100, 208. And I'll show you the drone right now.
Wow.
Up in the sky.
Wow. Wow, there's many of them. There's loads of them. My gosh, New Jersey is flooding with these guys. So this video that was posted by OEAV, and I guess this is probably on Twitter, well, this led a lot of people to think that these objects are not drones at all. That they are probably very similar to the ones that were portrayed in ancient texts, like this one, for instance. Something like this. And this is a Merkaba. I don't know how to pronounce this. So this is quite odd, but I'm not sure what to think of this. And this is a supposed video of this object that was captured years ago. They're saying it's a recent video, but it's not. I've seen this video before. So I think it's important for you guys to know also that there's a bunch of fake videos going on. So after spotting these mysterious drones coming out of the ocean, they also started stating that these drones are possibly from another country, like China or something like that. But then they, a couple of hours later, denied that these drones are from any other country, which is kind of weird because they don't know where they come from. But they're affirming that it's not from any other country. So how do they know that? So there's a bunch of videos popping up all over social media. I think it's important for us to take a look at some of them. This was a video sent to PDB from someone inside an airplane. This is, I think, the first time I see a video like this. Check this out. Drones are not supposed to fly close to airplanes. So the first thing I thought was, why doesn't someone fly a DJI drone close to these things? And apparently a guy did try it, and his drone lost battery and he lost control of it in less than 3 minutes, and he explains it in this video.
It's right here over Picatinny, there was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone.
Yeah, so apparently he's not the only one.
My drone does not want to go up with these things around.
The battery's dead?
There's no way the battery's dead. It's fully charged.
It's 0. It won't let me.
What is going on? Okay, these are fully charged batteries. It's 2 batteries that have died within seconds, and the drone went up and like feet off the table, and then came
So people can't fly their drones close to these things, but airplanes can. Like, these things know the difference between airplanes and drones.
back down. The craziest thing. What the?
Look at that. The sky is full of them. So as I was scrolling through Twitter, I found a bunch of interesting videos, right? And this is one of them from Michael Design Art. He supposedly caught this in his doorbell camera. Check this out. At first, I thought it could be the real deal. And then I started taking a look at his account and comments. And it seems that a lot of people think that this is computer art. Now, be that he has loads of these videos from different locations like Arizona, Texas, California. I'm guessing that he's a computer artist and these videos are not real, even though they look like they are. Now, this is where things take a really strange turn. There are certain theories from people stating that these objects are actually leaving Earth because something big might happen or something like that. I'm not sure that this is the case. This is just an idea that I saw someone posting about it.
The creator of the video that I tagged below said something that is actually terrifying. She said, what if the aliens are not coming? They're leaving. And that really gave me pause, because we've always assumed that all of this activity that we're seeing is them coming onto our planet, like, what do they want from us? And with the government supposedly believing that they're at the bottom of our oceans, and the massively increased activity that we're seeing, you cannot tell me that every single one of those things is fake. I experienced stuff myself. I've seen it with my own eyes. So that does beg the question, why is there so much activity right now?
Now, that is a very interesting theory, even though I don't think this is the case. But then I found this guy on YouTube who uses infrared cameras to record the sky. And he recently captured this video, and it's a time lapse. Look at that. These are the objects that we're seeing, but recorded in 65 times speed. It appears as if these objects are leaving Earth. But then I started digging deeper into this topic, and then I found this video posted to Reddit by OKPeace4040. And take a look at this. This was supposedly captured by a ship in space, one of ours, and in it you can see a fleet. It looks like a fleet of objects is massively coming out of Earth, ejecting Earth. And as the camera pans, we can see that it's not droplets on the window shield. It appears as if these are objects recorded in infrared camera also, just like Scanner Guy did. But this was recorded, I guess, in the 1970s or 80s. So whatever's going on here, it seems that it was already happening before. So I'm not too sure if these drones or whatever they are leaving the Earth because of some sort of thing that's going to happen. Maybe it's just something that happens occasionally, but for some reason, they're showing up and pretending to be drones or planes or choppers. They want to be seen. And this is the question we got to be asking ourselves right now. Why now? What is going on? Apparently they're on our planet for quite a while now, for quite some time. Is it possibly because we're ready to see them? We're ready to make contact? And if this is the case, could this explain these videos that were posted recently to social media of people capturing interferences in radio communication, and also this woman who is supposedly communicating with them? So let's begin with this video posted by Kenny Poach on Reddit 6 days ago. The same period of time where a lot of people saw these drones coming in the ocean. So as he states, today in Seattle, 106 went from Christmas station to alien invasion hellscape. When tuning into it, after about 6 seconds, it would presumably switch to HD signal and this would happen. lot of people are saying that they hear something saying "we come in peace" right at the beginning of the video. Creepy, isn't it? Well, at first I thought this could be just a coincidence, but then I found more videos of people getting these interferences in their houses, radios, and all that. A fellow from UK posted this bizarre video.
Right, I'm not touching it. And it's going mental.
Maybe these UFOs are interfering with our electronics. Maybe they're trying to communicate with us. And then there's this video from Mr. Gibson.
Down here, 116. 2 to 3. Low flying aircraft, possibly drones, out over the ocean. It's hard to say how far out, but it's going to be at least miles north of us. As I said before, probably closer to Asbury.
Well, apparently they're coming from the ocean. This radio transmission kind of confirms it. Now, if they're possibly trying to communicate with us, it's possible that they already did with someone. And I found this woman on TikTok, Paranormal Ash. This is her profile, right? She is a paranormal investigator, a trance medium, and a certified remote viewer. This is interesting, right? And so she posted this video. It's quite long. I'm going to summarize it for you guys, but I'm going to play a little bit of it just so you have an idea of what she's talking about.
Hi, I am Ash Banta. I am not a social media influencer. I'm just a psychic medium. I'm a channeler, energy worker, intuitive healer. That's my work. What I'm about to tell you, I am asking you, do not make fun of me, because this is very serious. It's happening to me almost daily. And I do not want anybody picking on me about this. I grew up here, then I moved away from here, moved to California, I came back, and I've lived here ever since, and I've never seen a UFO. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Here. Okay? And then about a month ago, they show up at my house, and there was 2 of them. And I have photos and videos, and at first I thought it was like a floating star, a planet that you could see, but then I realized it was very low to the ground. And it was only there for like 30 minutes. Okay, and so then, ever since that happened, this continues to happen, except now, I will see them 20 miles from my house in another county, and it will follow me all the way to my house, and then as I'm pulling up in my driveway, I see it coming from the back of my house, then it comes around to the side of my house, and now it's in the back of my yard. And so I started filming it. This is happening again every few days, and then all of a sudden, about 2 weeks ago, I had an encounter that was... Okay, I was sitting in my bedroom. I was home alone. My wife and son were gone. My front door was open because they just left, and my screen door was shut. And the one thing that I do when I channel is to help get my creativity is I draw. And I was drawing a portrait of my grandmother, and all of a sudden I heard telepathically for the very first time, go outside. And in my head I was like, no, I'm drawing right now. I'm in the flow. I'm in flow state right now. No. And of course I didn't even ask who it was. Well, then I heard it again, go outside now. And I still said no. And so the third time I heard it, it sounded like someone took this massive, and I mean massive, boot and hit the front door of my screen door, and it shook all the windows in the house.
So she goes on to explain how she heard in her head something telling her to go outside, but she didn't. And then something knocked on her door. She goes outside and she sees the motion light cameras coming on and off. When she looks up, she completely blanks out. She doesn't remember anything. And the next day when she wakes up, she doesn't remember a thing, but she feels this immense pain in her nostril.
When I woke up, it felt like someone took a screwdriver up the left side of my nose. Like, it was pounding, and I mean pounding. And my head was pounding, like severely pounding, to the point, like, for 3 weeks, I didn't work. I laid in bed. Like, I felt awful. And it wasn't from a sickness, it wasn't flu or nothing. It was just, my head was like pounding, my nose was pounding. And so, I don't know what happened.
So she then goes on to explain a lot of other things. If you want to watch her video, I suggest you go over to her channel. And then she posts a video of the sighting that she had.
If they'll talk. If they'll, like, come down. Will you ask them, say, if you can hear us, will you blink in and out?
If you can hear us, just blink in and out, please.
I saw something blinking there.
Can I say it out loud?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Say to the aliens in the sky, we love you, we welcome you.
We love you.
Oh my gosh.
It blinked. It blinked.
Oh my gosh.
It's blinking in and out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's blinking in and out for you, Kai.
Ow.
They can hear us.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this is what appears to be a contact that happened between this woman and whatever these things are that are flying in our sky. Authorities don't seem to know what they are, but they're not from any other country. They are triangulating the US and other countries apparently also, the Atlantic, Pacific to the Caribbean Ocean. Maybe they've been there for quite a while. They're showing up close to power plants. In my first videos I showed you guys that. They morph into planes and choppers, no one knows why. They can stop drones and nothing can approach them, or I don't know. There's also this theory that some of these drones that we're seeing are actually our technology, advanced technology, but some of these other objects are clearly not. So it's quite confusing. And there's also two sides of the story. Some people think this is a fake alien invasion and others think this could be the real deal. So I want to know what you think. If there's any update on this situation, I'll let you guys know. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications, smash that notification button, and I'll see you guys again.
Based upon all the evidence you just saw in this video presentation of all the various different clips that I found on the internet, suffice to say, there's a couple things I'm going to throw up in here. Number one, these are some exciting times. Number two, keep your head on a swivel. Number three, there are a few things here that does have me looking at these fools like they're crazy. And let me explain to you why. Isn't it something how once the orbs start popping up out of nowhere, all of a sudden these man-made drones start popping up out of nowhere to cause a great deal of confusion as well as chaos. You see, I want you guys to understand and use your discernment. They are trying to cause a bunch of confusion to throw everybody off. Now, I don't have no control over how you guys receive information and what you're willing to accept. The only thing I'm asking you to do is to critically think and start asking yourself some questions. Why are they sending out these drones? Why? Why are they classifying every single thing that people are seeing in the skies as drones when we can clearly see that these objects are also some type of plasma orbs? Okay? And make no mistake, for those of you who are not in the know, I just want to say this one thing. There is not a single man-made creation of anything that could ever shoot down any of our ancestors' ships. So for those of you who think like that, let me go ahead and ease your mind. That can never happen. So if you ever saw a drone fall into the sky, or they said that they shot down the drone, yeah, they shot down a drone, a man-made drone, okay? They didn't shoot down none of our ancestors' drones. That can't be done. They don't have the technology for that. So, stay vigilant. Stay on your square. Be on point. Don't get caught slipping. Don't get caught lacking. Just know they're causing confusion. So you're going to have to discern on another level now. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.